high school, and this is my prep profile.
Aaron, multiple sport athlete. You had a long football season, which you like, right?
Yes, sir.
But then you have to go right into wrestling season. How tough is that to have that transition between that, and then you got track in the spring?
Right. Yeah, it's tough, especially with football, trying to keep up your weight as high as possible, and then right afterwards going right down to your lowest possible weight. It's tough to transition that. But
Now, how about track season? Is track kind of a complementary sport for you?
yeah, it's kind of an off season. Stay in shape, but keep working towards the other sports. At least that's how it has been in the past.
Now, you said sport you wish you could play. Lacrosse. You ever thought about switching over? Do you have a club program here?
No, we don't. I always thought it was a cool sport, and it's kind of like hockey, which I like to watch hockey, but I never really got started. But I would have liked to play lacrosse, but
See, some maybe you might give it a shot in college if they got a club team.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Do you have a favorite sport?
Yeah, football. Football's my favorite sport.
And you started playing that in what, fourth grade? Tackle. Tackle. Did you have flag football first when you're?
No, I started right off in the tackle football program for Reedsburg.
And for you, it was a great football season, getting to the playoffs. They had a great drive there against Edgewood.
Edgewood.
And went on the last play. Can you kind of sum up what it meant for your senior year to be able to end it in the playoffs?
Yeah. Well, the way it happened was that long drive at the end. Each time where it came up close, we're like, oh, this could be it. We got to put it all on the line, type of deal. And then once we got all the way down there, it's just like, Coach sent in that package, and we just plowed through on a power, and it was just like, oh, one more game. We wanted to extend it as much as possible because this could be our last year. So it was awesome. It was awesome. It was really a lot of fun.
And have you been to state in any other sport?
No.
Is that something you think you have a shot in, maybe track or wrestling?
I have a lot better shot in wrestling than I do in track. Wrestling, I think I have probably two, 3 guys that are on the line where they're good athletes, and I'm going to need to beat them. But I think I can, but it's going to be tough. It's always tough in wrestling to go to state.
I was talking to a couple of guys last night at a meet about the comparison with the sports, and you glad you're in both? I mean, you see how they complement each other?
Yeah, definitely.
And in football, you've been a linebacker?
Yeah, linebacker my freshman, sophomore year, and then they kind of moved me around to defensive end my junior year, and then to fullback and defensive end on both sides my senior year.
I see a mark right there. Is that from football season?
That's from wrestling. Just
from wrestling.
The head button and stuff like that goes on.
That's kind of the badge of distinction or marks. You can always tell another wrestler, and you see that.
Yeah, for sure.
You have, I guess it's an inspirational teammate. You said Nick Noy because he pushes me.
Yeah.
What sport is that?
That's in wrestling. He was in all 3 of the sports that I've been in: wrestling, football, and track. So, and we lift in the off season together. So our weights are about the same. So we push each other in a lot of different aspects throughout, even in school and academics. It helps. It helps to have some competition, so you're kind of playing off each other.
And then I said role model Reggie White. You weren't a Packer, so obviously you're a Packer fan.
Yeah.
But do you remember much about Reggie?
I don't remember a lot. You see highlights and stuff on ESPN and NFL Network, and just there's a documentary kind of the football life of Reggie White, and they go through and they talk about what he was off the field, a Christian and stuff like that, and how he lived his life. Plus, he was an animal on the field. He was cool. I've read a couple of his books, and I just really like him. Plus, my dad likes him a lot. So.
Well, you said your favorite athlete is Clay Matthews, another linebacker, another Packer.
Yeah, well, he's just an animal, and it's awesome to see that, the real heart and aggression on the field from him. And it kind of sucks that he's out right now, but...
He'll be back to the Bears, all right?
Yeah, right.
He'll be back. Yeah, of course, take care of Jay Cutler one more time, right? Said top 5 songs. Any particular music that you like? Are you big into hip hop or?
No, I'm not really into hip hop or pop.
More rock.
I like rock. Yeah.
Is that kind of your music of choice, pre-game, pre-wrestling?
Yeah, it pumps me up and gets your mind off of other stuff. I think it works best for me because it always seems like the hip hop and stuff like that is all too electronical type of deal. So.
You have a favorite song? Is there something you say this is my go-to when I need something? Or maybe it's not a song, but a particular group, or.
I like. Let's see. I just have a playlist. I just have a bunch of different songs that come together and just go through it. I like to go through the whole playlist before I compete because it really gets me set in the good mindset that I need to be in.
So you spend a little bit of time kind of crafting this thing, putting it together.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's a whole mental approach to sports too, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can't just go out there just coming off of whatever you've just been doing. You just still have that in the back of your mind. And
I said dream car Mustang.
yeah.
You drive a '94 Ford, so
Yeah. Yes.
it's all right. You said we wish you could meet Ray Lewis, another football player. What about him do you like?
I like how, again, his aggression and how he's played the game, and his leadership towards his teammates is really great, and how he's been. I mean, he's just been an animal through his whole career, even though he's getting older and older, but he's still doing really well despite his injuries right now. I hope he can come back so I can watch him, but I like him.
As far as other activities, youth wrestling program, you work with the kids, and
We did last year a little bit. We haven't done a lot of that this year, but I'm guessing that we will soon into January probably.
do you have a favorite volunteer activity that you like to participate in?
I don't know if I like going on those mission trips because you get away from everything that you're used to, and then you can just work.
How many of you've taken a number of them, haven't you?
Yeah, I've taken four, 3 of them to Monterrey, Mexico, and 1 to Alabama. And I really like the Mexico ones because it's hot. It's a lot different from Wisconsin terrain-wise, and we just mixed cement and did all kinds of stuff like that. Did trenches for walls, and it was cool stuff. We worked with the orphanages. So
What had the biggest impact on you when you did that? Do you realize what kind of how special some of our lives are?
How privileged we are in America, because you go over to Rio, some of the areas there, and they just live in shacks and shanties, and it's just terrible conditions, and you just want to help out, and it's tough for them,
What can you see yourself doing? Would you plan to study anything particular in college, and what can you see yourself doing down the road?
Well, as of right now, I'm most committed to going into the Air Force. So, and you pick a couple of jobs, then they place you in those jobs, and then you list an availability date, and then I'll be going off the basic.
So is it right after high school?
Yeah.
And then 4 years commitment, then a college after that?
Yeah, because they offer great benefits. Air Force has great benefits, and they really push you to educate yourself further as you're in the Air Force, because they'll pay for most of the stuff, and you can just keep on moving forward, which is why I chose the Air Force.
And is it something in electronics field?
Yeah.
Anything in particular you can see, or?
I like maybe some radio transmission stuff, or just stuff like that. I think it's cool. So,
Anybody in your family been in the military, or how did you make that choice?
yeah. My step-grandpa was in the Army. My grandpa was in the Air Force, and they both really pushed me to go the military route because they liked what happened to them, and they know how it's changed and how it's been better now. And the way, because I have 3 sisters, so colleges, I know how expensive college is, and it's going to help a lot if I go to the Air Force to take care of those bills. And I like the idea of serving the country, so I think it's the right route to go.
Well, congratulations, and you've had a great high school career so far, so good luck the rest of the way.